What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to another episode. Today we have a super awesome special guest, a Colorado legend. Black Pegasus is in the house.
What up, y'all? Let's get it.
So really, what I wanted to do in this little short interview, it's not going to be too long for everybody, but you're, I guess, someone in the Colorado scene that I've known about since I moved here in 2015.
Okay, cool.
Just from hearing about the promotion and your own music and just what you do in Colorado Springs and what you do for like the whole, I guess, Colorado music scene.
Yeah.
So I'd love to kind of hear about where you got started, where you kind of got started in hip hop, and then how it kind of got to you to where you are now.
So ironically, the podcast we're at with my buddy, he actually got me into rhyming. That's crazy.
Really?
That might sound. He was rapping.
So you guys
before
go way.
me.
You guys go way back.
Yeah, he got me into it. This is like '97.
Wow.
And so we start recording like on tape decks and stuff with a DJ. We're really into the graffiti, hip hop, graffiti, MCing, b-boying scene. And so from there, just to kind of fast forward it, we put out our first record in like 1999. We dropped a vinyl piece, we dropped some albums. I ended up going solo. And then my big break was I went to a huge battle called Scribble Jam at the time in 2003. And I got second place. And I ended up beating some big people on the scene. And at that time, Scribble Jam was like the marker for the best battle rapper in the country and sometimes the world. So like being second, I came back home and just kind of opened the portal for me to start doing shows, selling CDs, and stuff like that. So that's where I kind of got my start. And I just kept I've really focused on being a touring artist since then. So that was about 2003 till about probably 2011. In 2010, when my mom got cancer, I wanted to be home close to her, so I stopped touring. And I just kind of got lucky, started throwing shows at this venue called Union Station in Springs, and just honestly gradually grew and started throwing concerts all over the state, bigger, as you guys see, we're doing like 2,000 plus concerts.
You're killing it now. I mean,
in attendance, 2,000 people.
Yeah, no, you're killing it now. We just linked up a couple months ago for the big Webby show, and that was sold out like 1,700 plus people, first show in like a year. So like that was sick. You guys, the work you're doing down there and just like in the state in general with the hip hop scene is sick. So I guess another big question, well, one, really, where'd you come up with the name Black Pegasus? Like, where did your artist name really come from? Where'd that originate from?
So it's obvious that Pegasus comes from Greek mythology. In short, Black Pegasus means poetic inspiration to people in darkness. So it's a simple, like, black representing darkness, and then the Pegasus was a muse to like the gods, you know what I'm saying, which is an inspiration. So that's kind of where I came up with the concept. And like I've had that name since I think 97 or 98. And it's crazy because when I had it, it was not cool at all. It was like, like you'd be in a bar, dude's like, yo, this is Black Pegasus, try to introduce you to a chick, and you're like, bruh, my name's crazy. Now it's kind of cool. Now it's like, it's just like for some reason, times have changed. You get on Instagram, there's all these Pegasus and Black Pegasus stuff, but when I had the name, it was not cool. There we are.
Well, it's what, you deserve the credit for riding out, riding it out.
Yes, sir.
So I guess something else that I definitely wanted to talk about, I remember very distinctly, because I think it was after I had met you, that I saw the Raw Cypher that you did with, it was Futuristic. Who else was on that cypher?
Chris Calico?
Yeah, Chris Calico, and Futuristic.
Jeff Turner.
Yeah.
I think so, yeah.
Because I'm a big fan of all those Raw Cyphers. So like I saw that, and we had met a few years ago at a concert, and I saw that pop up on my my YouTube little suggested feed, and I was like, oh my god, this is sick as fuck.
Yeah.
So I guess a little bit more, hearing a little bit more about how you got linked up with that Raw Cypher, and I guess some of your more, favorite, experiences so far in your career.
One of my buddies was working in the industry, Josh, and he was just, he had done some stuff with Strange Music, and then he kind of ventured on his own, and he was like, yo, we're doing all these different ciphers, I'm doing all these placements, everything from Raw, Team Backpack, and these BET things, and so he was like connecting the dots with all this. And he was telling me that he's going to set up this certain cipher. I was like, bro, if you get me in this one, I'll owe you. And I just, wanted to just get out there. And, I remember we slept on the floor or the couch of someone's house on the West Coast. And then the next day went to, I think that was we shot that one in San Francisco. But yeah, it was weird because that was the biggest one on their channel ever. It just, everything crossed right. It was just weird. The timing, you know how algorithms are on YouTube. Yeah. And it was just one of the bigger ones, and to this day, I still get notoriety from that cipher, and it's crazy. What's crazy, too, is like, that wasn't like my best verse ever, right? So sometimes I get a little flack for that verse. Sometimes people are like, oh my God, that was an epic verse. The beat we rapped to was solid, but it was, you know how certain beats make you just go crazy?
Yeah.
I just was like, yo, I get a chance to be on a cypher with these guys. Let me just get on it, you know? But yeah, man, it was good, and I got a lot of notoriety from it.
I mean, as you should have. I mean, it's like I said, it's a sick cipher. I still go back to this day and put on those raw ciphers and just have them playing in the background of my house while I'm listening to music.
Tight.
What up? Shout out to my boy Liquid Assassin, Colorado in this bitch. Yeah. I'm Black P, full name Black Pegasus. Got bitches pissing on themselves like The Exorcist. Let your American Idol make my lumber good.
So I guess another main question, I guess, who have you had the chance to collaborate with, been in the studio with so far? I guess over the course of your career, what's been your kind of like favorite, I guess, collaboration that you've done, or like what's been really exciting for you?
So my most favorite collaboration was recently with Stevie Stone. We did a collab, 10 Toes Down, the song, and he just has that voice.
Strange music.
Yeah, he just has that voice. But the biggest collaborations I've done, you know, and the blessings, like my biggest collaboration was with my homie, Immortal Technique. He blessed me. And that was, you know, it's an older song, so, you know, some stuff doesn't age that well, some does. He killed his verse. At that time, I wish I would have had a little different production. Because production, people have to remember, I come from the age of tape cassette, then CDs. There weren't producers. There was only a few producers, and sometimes I needed more of a certain type of sound. But anyways, I did a huge collab with him early in my career, Immortal Technique. My brother, Liquid Assassin, put me on a song with Tech 9.
Sick.
I have a more kind of recent song. I think it's from like 2015. A song with Dizzy Wright that's super solid. Silly
Dizzy's
of Me.
the man.
I have some dope songs too, like 2 songs with Chino XL. I'm about to release a really hot song with Recognize. So I have a lot of stuff.
That's
like it's like
sick.
I have to go back and remember. But the biggest names that I've worked with is like Tech 9, Immortal Technique, Dizzy Wright. You know what I'm saying?
To me, this is just kind of me going off on like a little tangent of like being a hip hop nerd.
Mm-hmm.
In 2000, I think it was 2008 or 2009, I saw Immortal Technique at Rock the Bells.
Oh yeah,
and that
yeah,
was back
yeah.
when Wiz was like
Yeah.
the opening act. You
Yep.
know, Wiz was wearing like the camo shorts
Yep,
and stuff
yep.
like that. Wiz was one of the
I think
openers.
I was there hanging out with their crew actually. Yeah.
So that's just like, I don't know, that's just taking me back to there, like seeing him perform and then knowing that like now seeing like the connection that you guys are friends and that you've done music together and shit. That's just, I don't know, that's
He's
badass.
good peoples. That's fam for sure.
So I don't want to take up too much of your time in the interview. I guess, is there anything else that you'd like to share to the channel, like to share about Colorado music, Colorado hip hop? What else you're working on this year?
I feel like Colorado has, with the hip hop, has struggled developing an identity because of where we're located, and you know, a lot of the infrastructure corporations never really got behind an artist in the urban or rap or hip hop space. So I think we've had some identity issues, but this scene is growing, and it's growing quickly, and it's going to be a culmination of time when it does really, really pop.
Right.
But I just want to, you know, tell people to just keep doing what they're doing, especially the artists. I don't look at myself like I might pop for the scene, but I look at myself more as a coach. You know what I'm saying? I put out music. Actually, you guys check out my channel. If you put Black Pegasus in YouTube, I'm one of the first results. It's a light-skinned guy. Just hit on a video and you can find all my stuff. But you know, I try to be more of a coach. If my stuff pops, it pops. I create content because I found a new passion for creating content, whether it be podcasting, skits, music videos, whatever. Super passionate about creating content in that light. So that's what I'm gonna do. But you know, all the young guys on the come up, you know, shout out to all of them, and let's just keep this Colorado hip hop alive and moving.
I love it. And then I guess before we head out, I know that you run Mount Olympus Recording Studios,
Yes,
right?
yep.
So a real quick plug for them, I guess, for your company.
Yeah, we have a recording studio in Colorado Springs called Mount Olympus Recording Studios. You know, any of your
Supporting
needs.
local artists, right?
Yeah, and so if you hear my music, you know the quality of recording when it comes to the mixing, mastering, all that stuff that you can get. And yeah, it's open to the public, so if you want to come in and record, we're going to probably expand to Denver eventually, but right now, you know, that's kind of home base. And with the pandemic, it was easier to stay open and do certain things in Springs in comparison to Denver, because Denver did get really shut down at a certain time. So yeah, just, you know, we're going to keep vibing and keep building up the Colorado scene.
Love it. And again, big shout out to the homie. He's invited me to a few concerts to take photos and stuff like that. Really grateful for the opportunities that he's given me so far, and I can't wait to see what you continue to work on, the shows that you plan, the artists that you bring through, and just continue to build, like you said, the Colorado scene.
Cool. Yeah, we actually Tech 9 and Ritz, October 23rd. We're bringing them to Sunshine Studios live.
Let's go.
No mandates. Come out. Enjoy yourself.
Thank you guys so much for tuning in. Until next time, peace.
Peace.